Going to college is an exciting experience. You move away from home, meet new friends, and make your own decisions. But many people aren't aware of the dangers that come along with college.
College can be the most fun time of your life, or it can be the worst. Your first 2 years of college, you're at a significantly higher risk of experiencing sexual assault.
1 in 10 male college students have used physical restraint to have sex. 90% of sexual offenders are acquaintances of their victims. 1 in 4 to 1 in 5 female college students will experience some type of sexual assault while in college.
We're going to warn you about the dangers of college and then teach you how to deal with things like sexual harassment, abusive relationships, college parties, and then rape.
Sexual harassment is defined as an unwelcome behavior of a sexual nature that makes you feel uncomfortable, fearful, or powerless. The most familiar type of sexual harassment towards and from children ages 12 to 25 is sexual harassment. 8 of 10 people in school will experience sexual harassment before they get out of school, and 25% of these 8 people, which is 2, will experience it often.
There are 2 different types of sexual harassment, physical and emotional, and it's normally towards and derived from students their own age.
Some examples of sexual harassment are comments, jokes, gestures, or looks in a sexual manner, inappropriate messages, graffiti on bathroom walls or locker rooms, spreading sexual rumors, showing photos, illustrations, emails, texts, or notes. How to prevent sexual harassment. If you're online, you simply sign off. If the problem continues, you need to contact an adult or a principal and let them know. I know it sounds tacky, but it's the safest way. Do not put any personal contact information online or any personal facts like I have a softball game at this time or I go to this school. Even if it is to your friends and you have a bunch of safe passwords and stuff that you say, oh, only my friends can see this. Most of the time in the cases of sexual harassment, your friends are the ones who sexually harass you. So be extremely careful online. Remember, the harassers may be part of a group, and sometimes the harassment will stop if you talk to the person harassing you outside of the group. So try to pull them away and talk to them. If it continues, like I said, see an adult. And remember, sexual harassment is a crime, so you should report them to stop it or to prevent them from harassing others. There was a story of a guy who was harassing a girl online. He lived states away, and she didn't think it was a big problem, but when she tried to sign off, he found her contact information again and told her and threatened her that he would come and find her parents and kill them if she didn't do sexual favors for him. And if she would have reported it, none of that would have happened. So make sure you report it. And remember, stranger danger. Here's an example of an online sexual harassment.
Hey, I like your new profile pic.
Thanks, I felt good about it.
You look really good.
Thank you.
No problem. You are extremely attractive.
Well, maybe I should ugly myself up.
No!
Why not?
You should not waste that.
Really?
Yes, there are so many guys who would love to see that.
I doubt that.
No, really.
Name 10.
Me and the entire soccer team.
I'm pretty sure they don't like me.
Shows how much you know.
Oh.
Yeah, you're really hot.
Well, I thank you.
You are very welcome. So, we need to hang out.
Oh, I've been really busy lately.
Oh, come on. You can make time for me.
Maybe.
I wish you were DSL so I could get high-speed access.
20 to 25% of women will experience some type of sexual assault while in college. Several studies have found that simply being female and in your first 2 years of college puts you at a significantly higher risk of experiencing some type of sexual assault. And many times this assault is performed by someone who is close to you. That's why it's especially important to be aware of the risk of being in an abusive relationship. So how do you get out of an abusive relationship? The first thing you need to do is recognize that you have the right to be treated with dignity and respect, and you don't deserve to be harmed. You have to make sure you're safe before you get out of this relationship, so get help from an adult, such as a parent, a family member. Do not isolate yourself or rely on yourself to get out of this relationship. Adults want to help, so just let them. You can also check in a phone book or online for organizations that can help and are designed to help with abusive relationships, because they have professional staff that are trained to help you. If you think that a friend is being abused, make sure to talk to them and be supportive, but also to get help from a trusted adult. There's many different types of abusive relationships, such as physical, emotional, or sexual. And physical is the easiest to spot because you can have bruises and cuts all over your body. But it's not quite as obvious if the person is just grabbing you or shaking you. Another type is emotional, and this one's a lot harder to spot because all of the signs of emotional abuse are within you. They're emotions and actions that are really hard for people to realize, and they can just write it off as a bad day. The other type is sexual, and this is when someone forces you to do a sexual behavior that you don't want to do, and it can vary a lot because it can go from rape to molestation, so there's different signs for this one, and there's many different signs for sexual abuse, such as being called an offensive or derogatory name.
Thanks a lot, you idiot!
You're such a jerk!
Well, your stupid head!
Go away, you dumb dodo head!
Humiliating you in public. Threatening you with physical violence or abandonment or harming people you love.
Babe, we need to talk. Are you trying to break up with me? Because if you do, I will kill your entire family in cold blood.
Threatening to harm himself or herself.
Babe, we need to talk. If you leave me, I'll cut myself.
If you don't comply with their wishes. Expressing extreme jealousy.
Did you just check her out? Really? What is up with you?
Isolation from friends and family.
I'm gonna go see my mom.
What about our alone time?
I want to hang with my mom. I barely get to see her.
Well, you haven't seen me like all day today, so.
But it's my mom.
But we're hanging out today.
But she just called me and said I had to go.
Trying to control you in any way. Blaming you for their own action.
Can you do anything right? Pick that up!
Hurting you physically in any way.
You're so stupid!
Pressuring you into some type of sexual contact. Becoming violent or controlling when under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Becoming violent towards other people or animals.
Shut up! Go away! Get!
Stealing money from you or controlling your money. It's important to keep in mind that every abusive relationship is different, and that these are only a few of the signs that your significant other is being abusive.
As many as 1 in 4 women experience unwanted sexual intercourse while attending college, and many of these happen at or after parties. Some college freshmen expect to kiss at parties, but others, often men, expect sex. Many women like wearing sexy clothes and flirting at parties, but most are not interested in casual sex. These actions confuse men who think women are looking for sexual activities. Some students systematically take advantage of college party situations to manipulate the opposite gender into having sex, knowing the techniques could possibly help prevent party rapes. Alcohol. Party rapists use alcohol or date rape drugs in order to undermine the ability to resist sex. Drunken victims are less likely to remember a night's activities. In order to prevent this, one should watch for others who are pressuring you into drinking or enthusiastic about getting you drunk. 2. Be careful with mixed drinks or jungle juice. The alcohol content is always a mystery. 3. Never leave your drink unattended. 4. Never leave a friend if they've drank too much. And 5. Just don't go to parties. Divide and target those who are alone and try to separate them from their friends. What to do about this? Make arrangements with your friends and stick together and agree on when to intervene if things look like they're getting out of hand. And 2, stay in a public place like the dance floor or a sitting area and stay out of public rooms. Some other things that are very important to do. Know where you are and how to get home. And remember, trust your instincts. Most parties happen off campus where it's easier to serve alcohol, and this increases the risk of someone being sexually assaulted. And many who are assaulted know the attacker. It usually isn't a stranger danger type of situation. So, some key highlights are, just don't go to the party, but I know a lot of you won't listen to me. So if you're going to go in a team formation. Stay as a team, leave as a team, and look out for one another. Don't take alcohol from people you don't know. Don't take alcohol out of punch bowls, and cover your cup when you're not using it, and do not set it down and pick it back up. And if you've been sexually assaulted, report it. This helps potential victims. And yes, it is true that most victims are generally female. However, this doesn't mean that you guys shouldn't protect yourselves from those aggressive women.
The National College Women's Sexual Victimization Study estimated that between 1 in 4 and 1 in 5 college women will experience attempted or completed rape. As shocking as this is, it serves as statistical reinforcement that college students need to take precautions in order to avoid risky situations. This can be done in the simplest of ways. For instance, when you're in a dorm, always lock your door. This includes sleep time, bathroom breaks, and trips down the hall. Never lend your keys to anyone, and if you lose your key, make sure to replace the lock on the door. When someone knocks, make sure to verify who it is before opening up. Hey, Erin! Hey, Steph! Even if you're not on the ground floor, make sure your windows are locked. You never know who's going to be scampering up your wall at 2 a.m. After all, this is college. Be careful who you invite into your dorm. 90% of all rape offenders are acquaintances of their victims, and 60% of all completed rapes on college campuses happen in the victim's residence. Never be ashamed to call public safety for a ride, no matter how long or short the distance. However, if you need to walk, please take these next few safety precautions into account. First, there's safety in numbers, especially if you know them as a close personal friend. Second off, be aware of where the emergency boxes are located. When walking to your car, always walk quickly and confidently with your keys in your hand. If somebody's following you, get to a public place or flag down a car!
Sexual harassment is a real threat that faces many students every day. Be careful what sort of information you put online because you never know who will get their hands on it.
Most sexual assaults occur by someone you know. That's why it's important to know the risks and signs of abusive relationships. Remember to get help from a trusted adult. Don't try to get out by yourself.
Remember, parties can be fun if you learn how to protect yourself. Always go as a team. And if things start to get out of hand, either find help or leave, but don't drive drunk. And if you're worried, just don't party.
It's important to be aware and ready, to understand that it's not always stupidity that puts a person at risk for rape. So use these tools and know that even the tiniest changes in your campus life can make a huge difference to your safety.